All right, we're in the 11th round. We got 3 bench players and a kicker left to pick. Let's see. I'm looking at who's left. The Wildcats, they're up on the clock right now. Everybody's having a great draft as I look through the rounds right now as they're going along, looking at the picks that are being made. It's very good, guys. Making some educated picks. We got some good football fans. Nice to see. You know, all thoughts and prayers and wishes and all that good stuff go out to Drew Holiday right now. He's going to be missing some time from the court at the beginning of the year to take time because his pregnant wife's got to have some brain surgery, and that's got to be rough. Not only is it your wife, it's your spouse, your best friend, and all that, but this person's carrying your baby at the time too. So it's a very serious situation. Send him all your good thoughts, Drew Holiday and his family. Sam Foltz, I don't know if you guys saw this story, the Nebraska punter that died recently. One awesome thing Nebraska did yesterday, they lined up for their punt with 10-man formation to honor their fallen punter. Now, they were flagged for this, for an illegal formation. That doesn't matter. This is bigger than that. 15 yards, who cares? We're going to punt it again anyway. We're going to line it up. We're going to do it again. But to see that, that's one of those things I talk to you guys about how important sports are. All right, looks like I'm about to be up here.
Your team is now on the clock.
But again, I was really happy to see that Nebraska did that. I'm on the clock now. I'm looking for bench players. I'm not quite ready to go kicker yet. Now, this is a guy, I'm going to put him on my roster. He's going to be a backup. But with Dak Prescott being the backup, or the starter now in Dallas, with Ezekiel Elliott being the running back there, and that offensive line they got, this guy is going to have probably a great season. And I'm going to use him as my backup tight end, Jason Witten, off the clock. He's done. Can't have him. Get me on a trade. So we got a kicker and 2 bench players left to go. I will be picking skill players for those last 2 bench players for sure. Denver fans, Talib apparently has been made available for the right price. Now, many people thought this was going to be his last year as the Bronco anyway, right? We were already considering that. We already thought that was a possibility. But now it's gone ahead and it's been made public. They are fielding offers, and if the price is right, they're willing to deal him because they know, hey, we might not be able to re-sign this guy at the end of the season. Now I'm saying Bob Quinn, Detroit, hello, we need secondary help. You know this guy from your days in New England. You know him better than we do. If he's worth kicking the tires on after a 9-year career, go ahead and do that. We'll start him next to Slay. We'll have Diggs in the slot, and you can put Lawson wherever you need him. He can be the fill-in guy. That'll be a nice little pickup, I think. And, you know, we'll deal with his physicality and little penalties here and there. He makes up for it in other ways. All right, Just Sid and Barrett has 50 seconds left on their 12th round pick. And then I will be back on the clock in round 13. Oh, no, Sid and Barrett, this is their round 13 pick. Never mind, I got that one wrong. Looks like I missed their last pick. Who was that? Eric Decker. Okay, nice pick. Nice pick. Okay, this I don't necessarily agree with. I don't think it's good for the player. I think there might have been some pressure and some machismo involved. But J.J. Watt has been activated for Week 1 and will be playing.
Your team is now on the clock.
Let's see. All right, I'm on the clock. We'll talk about J.J. Watt and the Texans here in a minute. Definitely going with a skill position this round. I like Emmanuel Sanders quite a bit, but I'm not so sure how it'll go this season based on the offense they're going to be running. Kind of run heavy, true West Coast run offense. I like Tyler Lockett as a return guy. Don't know what he'll do as a receiver this year. Alan Hurns had a good year last year. Do you really expect the same thing out of him this year? Probably not. This is where it starts to get tough. Those last two bench positions. You know what? I'm going to take this guy. He had a good rookie year last year. I think he's going to have a better year and get more targets this year, especially with the quarterbacks he'll be playing with, and the running game will be on point. I'm going to take Stephon Diggs out of Minnesota off the board. I got a kicker left to get and one more bench player as we wrap up these last few picks here. Things are going great. Really appreciate you guys participating in the Real Deal Sports Talk Fantasy Football League. Appreciate you listening. I appreciate thedirtcannon.com for being the official fantasy partner of the show, and all of their great insight as they will be continuing to call in throughout the college football and NFL seasons, and we'll carry that over to other sports throughout the year and have different segments there as well. But back to J.J. Watt. I don't know that they should have brought this guy back. If the initial assessment was week 4 at the earliest, this is your franchise guy. I don't like the talk that he's saying he's okay with not being able to walk at 50. That to me tells me that he's pushing it a little bit. You got a bunch of hype around Clowney right now on the other side. Expect him to get hurt, okay? Expect him to fall off. It's just not going to work out. And I feel bad for him. I feel like he's in a situation where he feels like he has to come back and prove something. And the last thing we'll get to sports-wise, and then we'll just follow the last few picks before we get out of here tonight. The Packers, based on the injury to Teddy Bridgewater, they are now considered the favorites in all 16 regular season games. I don't know how often that has ever happened, but they are now considered the favorite in every game on their schedule. That's got to be a rarity. There's got to be something weird about that. But hey, that's why we play the game. That's why I have a show. That's why other people have a show. And it's what you got to do to make it interesting, is have some stuff like that going on. Have some betting odds. Have some fantasy football. Make some daily money. Check out thedirtcarnon.com.
Your team is now on the clock.
All right, so do I go kicker in this round, or do I shore up that last bench position in this round? I think this round, I'll go bench in this round. Why not? Let's see. I'm going to check out my bench. We got Diggs, Winton, Cobb, Stewart, and Brady. So I think I might go running back, might go receiver here. Let's see what's available. Thomas Rawls, that could be a nice pickup. Arian Foster, I think, is going to have a really good year down there in Miami, so I might risk it and take him. I do have Sterling Shepard as my rookie of the year there for the Giants, so I could go out on a limb with the rookie, but something tells me he'll be available later in the year if need be. Kelvin Benjamin is available. He's going to definitely be a key target there in Carolina this year, but you don't really know what you're going to get from him. John Brown's another nice pickup in Arizona. We got 20 seconds left. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and go Thomas Rawls as the clock was running out. Whoa, got down into that 10 seconds. It was starting to beep on me. All right, here we are. We're finishing up round 15 again. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, everybody for participating in the draft. This is just a fun show for me to be able to give the picks live, see how everybody's doing. There goes Arian Foster off the board.
Your team is now on the clock.
And with my last pick, I'm going to pick up my kicker finally. Let's see if he is still available. I didn't see him get picked yet, but we'll see if he's still available. And he's not. And I want to thank the Denver Bronco contingent for trading him to us. I'm going to go ahead and pick Matt Prater, best leg in the league. Kicked a 60-yard field goal again in the preseason. And there's my last pick of the draft, Matt Prater, signed, sealed, and delivered for Real Deal, KP's Real Deal MVPs. 2 picks now left in the draft. and then we'll get out of here for tonight. Make the show short and simple. It looks like we made about a half hour tonight. So let's have a good season. We'll see if anybody wants to make
Thanks for attending the NFL Draft. Best of luck this season.
And there you go. There's the commissioner going ahead and telling us all to have a good season. Best of luck. And with that being said, you know, it was only a 25-minute show tonight. We got through it quick. And I just want to say until next time, everybody, you know how we do. Just keep it real.